Yo, what up? What up? Okay, so like I said last time, it would be a shorter episode because I said something about it, and it is. It's not too short, though. It's over an hour at least. A lot of hockey talk and a ridiculous question about a snail. So look forward to that. All right, let's start the show. All right, welcome once again to Stone Sports. I am Bert, and with me once again is Dubs. What up, Dubs?
Здравствуйте. We made it through another week, Bert.
Yeah, that's another week down, bro. Only 5 million others to go before I am gracefully shuffled off the mortal coil, as Shakespeare would say. So, what's going on, man? How was the trip?
It was a good time. Went to Maine, got drunk for a bunch of days in a row, had some beach time, got a little burnt.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
super bad. Yeah, just a little bit on the shoulders. Could be worse.
Word. I broke a finger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How? What'd you do?
I fucking have no idea.
What do you mean?
I honestly don't know.
Well, actually, I can't really blame you. I have like a wicked bad fucking burn on one of my fingers from the weekend, and I don't know what I did either. So
Yeah, but that's different. You were probably drunk.
it is different.
I was not. I don't know. Like I like fractured my index finger on my right hand somehow. No idea how, but yeah, it happens. I did that to one of my toes once too, but that I probably know what I did because I'm always like stubbing my toe on some shit because I'm just like clumsy as fuck with my feet. So I don't know what I did to my finger. So it's been a motherfucker of a past couple days, but I'm
I got a couple more drunk stories from past couple
bouncing
days.
back. Yeah, what's going on? Hit me with them. I love a good drunk story.
So first of all, first day we're there, I realized I forgot my sunglasses. We hit the beach, we're throwing the football around. I'm like, fuck, I need sunglasses. It's like 85,
Yep.
sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Blue eyes, I need sunglasses. My mom had an extra pair, and they were just like plain black sunglasses. I was like, fucking score. I'll rock these, not a problem. We start throwing the football around. We're on land. All of a sudden, get hot, transition to the water, keep throwing the football around. I dive for a catch, come up, no sunglasses.
Oh,
So
no.
this was about 2 to 3 minutes after my mom was like, "Why are you wearing the sunglasses in the water? You're gonna lose them." And I was like, "No, I'll be fine." Like 30 seconds before that, my friend that was throwing the football with her was like, "You should probably put those back. You're gonna lose them." I was like, "No, I'll be fine." And then, yeah, like I said, about 5 minutes later, they're fucking gone. They belong to the ocean now.
That's always the way it is. That's always the way it is. What's that other saying? The sea is a cruel mistress. I believe that's a saying too.
Ocean's a crazy place.
It is fucking crazy, dude. Like,
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
referencing Whitest Kids You Know, R.I.P. Trevor Moore.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, so I was at my band's like studio, and we were all kind of working on this song, and then one of the guys there was like, "Yeah, did you hear about Trevor Moore?" And we were like, "No." And he, told us what happened, and we had a collective like downer moment for probably like 20 to 30 minutes. Just
Horrible.
It's just so like that show was so fucking funny, man. Like the Civil War on drugs. The Civil War on drugs is like the funniest thing ever. Like the fact that they get all the way to Abe Lincoln and he's like, "Marijuana will never be illegal. This is America, you fucking idiots." Like, it's so good. And then
the other Lincoln skit where the Lincoln's an asshole. And
yeah,
like how Lincoln died. That one's so good.
What about one of my favorites?
JFK assassination, and his wife is just the fat kid. And he's a fucking asshole the whole time.
One of my favorites. It's so fucking disgusting, but one of my favorites is the Jizz Wow. Do you remember the jizz? It's like the sham wow towel for jizz, and he brings it out, and it just like oozes out of it. Like it's so fucking gross, but it's so funny. Like
the other one that's gross is the like employee one. He gets sick at work, like
Oh yeah,
McDonald's or whatever, and he throws up on the guy like 4 fucking times.
it's so nasty. What about do you remember the like cowboy one where they're like using the pee balloons?
Yeah, that one's
Oh,
fucking good too.
what a good show. Rest in
Whale
peace.
Whale Tail,
Yeah. I mean, old folks home, like all that stuff is so
so
good.
good.
Yeah, it's super
R.I.P. I
sweet.
still
Yeah.
don't know what happened. It's just this tragic accident. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that could mean a lot of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll
Which
see.
we
But
won't get into.
no, but last thing on them, I just saw like literally 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was looking through some of their old skits, and I saw that they were doing a show like on their YouTube channel, like about a year ago, where they were all going back and watching them together and like talking about them and shit.
Nice.
All
I'm gonna have to
skits.
watch that.
Yes, I thought the same
I
thing.
love that shit, man. I love that shit. Like I love watching a documentary where like musicians like go through their tapes and they like isolate the tracks and shit so you can like hear all the different tracks and shit. Like that shit is so fucking lit.
So yeah, it is. That's a good fucking. I like, especially like we talk about the Sunny bloopers and shit all the time.
Yeah,
So
it just makes you feel
great.
good. It's feel good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So other drunk story.
Yeah.
We were staying at Old Orchard Beach house. Like 2-minute drive up the street was like the pier, boardwalk, everything.
Mhm.
They have like a sort of like an amusement park there. It's like a little tiny mini one. There's like one roller coaster. A
Yeah,
couple
like
rides,
many peers.
arcade. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So we hanging out down there, go bar hopping, we're walking around before we go back. And I kind of got a little separated from the group. It's like me, my mom, and my 3 friends, and I got a little separated from the group.
Uh-huh.
And they apparently turned around and they're like, he's really far back.
Oh,
And I was talking to this carny. He's probably about maybe a year younger than me, 2 years younger than me.
Uh-huh.
Super socially awkward. Did not want to be talking to me, and I was lit the fuck up, Birdie. I was so drunk.
Yeah, probably
And
like
I
talking his ass off. Listen,
Yeah.
listen to me. Just
Yeah,
listen to me.
I kept going, how do I
listens.
cheat at this game? How do I
Yeah, right.
cheat at this game? And he was like, because it was like just one of the things like you hit with a hammer and you like toss the things in like a lily pad type of
Yeah.
thing. You like toss it in the water.
Right.
Yeah, one of them fucking things. It's like you can't really cheat at that one, but I was like, he kept telling me, it's like you can't cheat at this. You can't cheat at this. And I kept trying to get him to shake my hand. He wouldn't shake my hand. And then I was like, I know you know how to cheat at something here, Isaac. And then my mom was trying to pull me away, and I was like, we're having a conversation. I just like kept talking to the kid, and then the manager or whatever was like, we're closing, you have to go. They like shuffled me away, and then we went to another bar, walking back down the street. I see fucking Isaac leaving his fucking shift. He's got like headphones on, walking down the street, and I just jump back up out at him. And I'm like, hey,
we're
give me a handshake.
best friends now. We're best friends now.
He wanted zero part of me, and everyone in the group knew it except me until the next morning. Of course,
That is the drunken way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been many a drunken fool before. I'm trying to think of. I have a great story.
They just thought it was funny. They lost me and they found me just like harassing a carny.
I have a fantastic drunk story. It's not about me, but it's one of my good friends. So I have this good friend. He'll remain nameless because of this story. We'll call him Russell. I was
gonna say Democles.
So we go to this girl's apartment. She just got it. It was the first night she moved in, and me and a friend of mine and my friend Russell, we're all there, and we show up. We bring a bunch of beer, and I brought a table so we could play some beer pong. So we're playing beer pong like on the balcony of the apartment, and I look down, and there's a cop car in the parking lot, and I was like, "Fuck," because we were underage at the time, and I was on probation. So I somehow like one
so you're
arm
like, oh,
motion.
shit.
Yeah, I like one arm motion sweep all the beer cans into a trash bag, and I throw them in the closet. And we're sitting there, and I'm just like, well, he's definitely gonna come up. And my friend is like Russell is like, I got this. Fuck, I got this. And the cop knocks on the door and he opens the door and he sticks his middle finger like literally like in the cop's face. Not like at him, like literally like almost touching his nose with his middle finger, and he's like, fuck your police department. And and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
So the cop comes in.
Hold on, have you seen Blue Mountain State?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like that scene where he's punching cops. It's like, why are you punching cops?
Like it was.
It's
so,
like, why are you insulting this man right now?
So the cop comes in the apartment and starts screaming and yelling, and I have to bang my friend's head into the wall a couple times to basically knock him out. And he opens his eyes and he looks at me and he's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it. All I need you to do is just apologize to this cop." So the cop starts going at him and he doesn't. He's just going, fuck you. I got nothing to say to you, pig. Fuck you. Just over and over again.
Fuck 12.
Okay, this cop starts taking off his uniform. And he's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And like, we were all like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I think he realized that he'd kind of done something wrong. So he eventually let us go. But then Russell passed out in his underwear and vomited all over himself and didn't remember any of it the next day. Yeah, it was ridiculous. He cursed at a cop, and he's one of those guys. He cursed at a cop, and he somehow got away with it. You know, I've done similar things and been, you know, almost shot by a police officer, but he just walks away scot-free. I don't fucking, you know.
Not a fucking issue.
Yeah, just like...
That sounds like a horrible story. It sounds like a fucking movie scene.
One of my friends claims that I was crying in the back room. No, I was handling the situation. He was crying in the back room. I just want to put that out into the universe.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Now you got the upper hand. You get to fucking... Oh, so I told you about my buddy who's having a super soft birthday party.
No.
His roommate.
No.
I did on the show.
You did?
Last week. Yeah, at the end of last week. I was like, my buddy's supposed to go to Maine with us, but he can't because he's throwing a super soft birthday party.
Oh, yeah, that rings a bell. Look, I'm getting old, man.
Throw one for your brother.
Yeah, I'm getting old, man. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen now, but, you know, whatever. I'm about to be moving, so I don't really have the money. But
right. Either way,
yeah,
my buddy threw a super soft birthday party. Everyone was all dressed in pink. It was pretty funny seeing all the videos and shit. A couple people sat in cake, but they had some random guy, like no one, like they figured there's a ton of people, so like I figured he knew somebody,
right?
And my buddy went up to him at one point, I guess, and was like, "What? Like, who are you?" And he's like, "I think I'm in the wrong place." And there's another party. There was another party going on like across the way.
Oh,
like their neighbors were. And he was like, "Do you think you're supposed to be over there?" And he was like, "Probably." So he went over there, and then apparently his neighbors came and knocked on their door and were like, "Did you send that guy over here?" And he was like, "Yeah, he didn't know, like he wasn't supposed to be here. We figured he was supposed to be over there." And they're like, "He just ripped our screen door off the thing and walked away."
What?
So they like called the cops for like an investigation. Meanwhile, there's like two giant parties going on, like 50 feet from each other. So it was a super soft birthday party until the cops showed up, and it got a little harder.
Oh, that joke wrote itself, didn't it? Oh, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. You reminded me of a story of some kind, and now I don't remember what it was. See, I'm getting old, dude. God damn. Whatever. Damn, well, let's move on, and if I think of it, I'll tell it. So let's do an oof, and then we'll do some baseball, because there's not much baseball today, I'm pretty sure.
No, there's not a whole lot. Sounds good to me, man.
All right, so what's going on, Hoss?
So I think I actually sent you this video earlier in the week. We got asshole of the week instead of oof of the week. Maxwell Berry.
No,
Frontier
I don't think you
Airlines
sent this
flight.
Oh no, you did not send this to me, but somebody else sent this to me.
So this kid apparently got super fucking 22 years old, got shit faced on a plane, groped a flight attendant's breasts, proceeded to like curse out the entire fucking plane, just being an asshole. flexing how much how much money his parents have.
There you go.
Got it. Got through it. Proceeded to then punch the flight attendant he was groping. So punch the flight attendants and all
Wait. Back it up. You broke up a little bit. He punched a woman.
Yeah, he punched the flight attendant.
Okay.
Groped. Hello?
You're back. Yeah, so he punched the flight attendant that he assaulted.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't catch that part. The part that I caught was the interview with the guy who duct taped him to the seat.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to get that.
You didn't see that?
No, I saw
Oh
KFC
my God.
from Barstool doing the 1 Minute Man about it, and he was like, first of all, your name's Maxwell, so you're the douchebag.
Right?
I was fucking dying.
Right? Yeah,
but no, give me this side of the story.
Okay, I can't remember anything the dude says, but it is.
I heard the flight attendant's training with an MMA fighter now.
Like, it was hysterical. Like, he's basically like, nah, like, you pull that shit, like, I'm gonna duct tape your ass to the seat. Like, he literally just goes in on this dude. He's like, I know at one point he's like, first of all, the mistake you made, first of all, was grabbing her breasts and not my breasts. Like, it is so fucking funny. Like, it's so, I mean, you know, it's like, it's so funny. I'll send you the link. It's hilarious, dude. You gotta see that shit. I don't even know if he's actually the guy that did it. Like, it could be some bullshit, but it was funny as fuck.
Either way, the dude got fucking, the whole plane just duct taped him to the chair, duct taped his fucking mouth shut for the whole fucking flight.
Yeah,
and kicked
fuck
his ass
you.
out.
Yeah.
Which absolutely, like, big win.
Yeah.
There's no other move you should do unless it was, like, socially okay to just throw that guy out the fucking airlock.
Right? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, the violence is a problem, but, like, just groping the flight attendant alone, it's like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, you fucking
and the fact he wants to pull all that shit in a goddamn plane.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get fucked.
Get fucked, Maxwell.
Yeah,
you
Max.
Asshole.
Yeah, Max. Get fucked, Max. All right, baseball.
Fucking Max. Absolutely.
All right, what's going on? Hit me.
So we're gonna start with a little like media news. Barstool in talks with MLB to broadcast games in the future. Gonna be like middle of the week games. Both declined to comment on the situation, but people close to it said it's about 50-50 chance right now.
That would be fucking insane.
And basically, the MLB lost like I think it was ESPN that was broadcasting Monday and Wednesdays. And
yeah, probably.
They've already been doing it through YouTube, which Barstool usually, like, that's how they do all their live streams and shit. So, right. I don't know.
It would make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, and especially MLB wants to, like, broadcast to a younger demographic because that's who's not watching baseball right now, and that would probably give them a good boost.
It definitely would. I mean, it would give them a good boost in overall.
Yeah, for sure.
But it would definitely help that younger demographic, like, way more.
I say fuck it, why not? I think it would just be entertaining too. I mean, hearing like ridiculous commentary on a baseball game, like an actual MLB game.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be a long time down the line, but eventually, like, sports are no longer gonna be broadcast on like television networks.
No.
Television networks are already dying. Like, they're struggling to even create like television shows anyone's watching anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
no, when we pay for our internet, like it was cheaper for us to have our internet and get cable than just have the internet. They're like, please take it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it's just people, like, it's a dying medium, and I'm, you know, like I said, it could be a long time, but I am convinced that eventually it's like they're all going to be on Amazon or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like ESPN stream, like there's going to be no TV networks broadcasting sports live anymore. It's not going to happen. Like, I think really what's just going to happen is the TV networks are just going to turn into streaming platforms, and there'll be no like cable television anymore. I feel like that's
I could see that
the direction that it's all heading, because people just don't give a fuck about TV anymore. And why should they? Shit is fucking garbage. Like, fucking, like all those sitcoms and shit.
It's
Like they make
fucking
my
garbage.
they make my
It's
fucking
hot
blood
fucking
boil.
garbage.
Yeah, bro. Like those sitcoms make my blood boil. Like it's just like ugh. Like the Big Bang
The laugh
Theory. Like
tracks.
ugh.
Oh, fuck the Big Bang Theory.
Ugh. Like or like How I
The
Met Your Mother
worst.
is another one that just like makes my
mom
blood
likes that
boil.
show. I can't really do it. I'm not a huge fan. There's occasionally something like if she's watching or whatever, there's occasionally something that I find funny. But
Yeah, like there's a joke, but like it's like a
Right.
joke delivery system. Like there's no real conversations happening.
and I really
you know?
struggle watching shows with laugh tracks.
Yeah, me too. There are a couple that I can get by, like Seinfeld. I can get by with. There's a British show called The IT Crowd that I can deal with it because it's hilarious. But yeah, I'm with you. Laugh tracks most of the time. I think Ricky Gervais said it best. He was like, "Don't tell me when to laugh." You know what I mean? It's like yes, exactly.
Maybe that's the asshole in me that it's like, don't tell me when to laugh.
Yeah,
you fucking piece
I'll
of shit.
fucking
Fuck your
laugh
show.
when
Guess
I
what?
wanna
Now
laugh.
I'm not laughing at all. How about that?
For real though. I mean, I really think that's like the psychology that happens in my head. I'm like, you fucking pricks. Like, I'll decide when I laugh. You know, it's just whatever. We're off track again.
Let's throw in a laugh track right here and get it back on track.
No.
Brock Holt, former Red Sox,
Uh-huh.
current amazing person, threw a 31-mile-an-hour eephus for a strike in an MLB game today. Second base, like infield utility player, Brock Holt. Game was a blowout. They didn't, we talked about this a bunch of times on the show.
Yeah.
Position players have been pitching a lot more lately. Brock Holt got in there. It's like, I'm throwing a fucking eephus. Let's do it. 31 miles an hour. It went so high in the air, Birdie. It just came down for a strike.
That's fucking awesome. You'll have to send
I just
me
remember
the video.
growing up playing Little League, just trying to throw eephus pitches when you're warming up on the side or whatever. Just like for shits and giggles, and like I couldn't even make it to the plate. This guy's like, MLB game. I'm a position player. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude. Go. What is it they say? Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brock Holt just has big dick energy for days. So
Yeah, you do something like that. I mean,
if anybody's gonna do it, it
yeah.
doesn't
Right.
shock me.
Right. Fair enough.
Did you see the Field of Dreams game?
I didn't.
Well, I
didn't.
didn't play yet, but it's set.
Oh, really? It's set?
Yeah, it's for this weekend, I think,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when they were talking about it.
Yeah. So they're doing it this weekend. It's between the Yankees and the Sox, but White Sox?
Right?
Like, why? Like, I get it. They were in the movie.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I get that 100%. But
Yeah.
it just,
Yep, I hear you. I hear you.
it's the best rivalry in baseball. And we could pick up 3 more wins.
Right. Yeah, there's your real motivation.
We need them bad right now. We're getting our
there's
shit
your
smacked
real
around.
motive. There's your real motive.
We need to keep playing the Yankees and the Orioles. We need Chris Sale back.
I'll pray for you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
See the Rockies fan issue going on today/yesterday?
No, what the fuck is happening in Colorado?
Okay. So the Rockies mascot, his name is
Is
Dinger.
Dinger. Yeah, Dinger. I know.
Yeah. There's a fan. You can probably just Google, go on to Twitter real quick and do Dinger audio. There's a fan somewhere behind home plate. You can hear him right before the pitch comes or after
Oh,
pitch, whatever it
no.
was.
I just Googled it, and it says Rockies say fan wasn't using N-word after mascot video emerges.
So the first time I listened to it, I was like, oh, no, that doesn't sound good. But the more I listened to it, I really think he was saying the mascot's name. But here's my thing. If it's something that can be confused, they should probably...
Yeah.
And, like, it's not something super integral to, like, like it's a mascot. Just, like, rebrand the mascot, make him look fucking cooler.
Yeah, I mean, just like maybe just change the name.
You can even, yeah, even just like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's not something like a team name, like where it's got to be a whole big thing.
Yeah, like I mean, like I get dinger, but like there are
Yeah, like it's
other
a bait, like
words you can
you hit a fucking
use.
danger.
Yeah, like there are other words that you can use. You know,
Yeah,
like oh Jesus Christ, oh that's unfortunate.
super unfortunate.
Jesus Christ.
But he's also like he's a triceratops or
Tops. I
something.
know. Yeah, he's a
Like
triceratops.
that was what I was trying to say is he could have literally any name.
Yeah, yeah, he's a triceratops. Yeah, he could have any name. I mean, all right. First of all, we've had this conversation before, but let's talk about it one more time since we're on the subject. Some of the
Okay.
mascots people are picking, like what? Why? Why is it like why? Was there a triceratops
fucking Guardians.
discovered in the Rockies that I don't know about or something? I like.
I know they found like a lot of dinosaur bones in the Rockies, but like
Right. It's just, I don't know. Why? You know, like why? Like why you could make him like a mountain man, you know? And he could have, you know what I'm saying? Like this it's just Jesus Christ.
Birdie, we gotta next week. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna come in. We're gonna find teams. They have to be current, but they can be like any sport. And we're gonna
Okay.
get 10 of the dumbest nicknames we can find, and we'll share them.
Of mascots?
Yes.
Yeah, I think what we should really do is just like yeah, maybe 10, but we should probably find what we think is the dumbest mascot collectively in sports.
But I think we could do that if we get 8 and 8 and we do a little tournament. Like we're doing
We'll
later
figure
in
it
the
out.
show.
We'll figure it
We'll
out. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We don't
Figure
fucking
it out.
figure it out. We don't have to fucking plan it out while we're doing the show. Okay, so basketball. You want to do some basketball, and then we'll talk some hockeys.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. You said that weird.
I know I did it on purpose. Okay.
Even like I know you do that voice sometimes, but even that sounded a little off.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a little off, Hoss.
Fair enough. Always on, slightly off.
There you go.
So we're gonna start off basketball with some free agency. That's really all that's going on. Some big names that have signed since the last episode: Luka Doncic and Trae Young both signed their rookie max extensions, to over 200 million plus for both of those guys over
That's
5 years.
just so ridiculous, dude.
So much money.
Like, it's just so fucking absurd.
So much money.
I just don't get it. I mean, that's like soccer player levels of wealth.
And that's over 5 years. And like I always say this, that's just their contract. It's not sponsorships. It's not anything they do on the side.
Yeah,
it's not any businesses or investment. Like
yeah, it's literally just their contract. It's
so
like
much
that
money.
Messi
Unfathomable
contract.
Like,
Like, did you see like
oh
the
yeah,
Messi contract was like what was it like? It was almost like $1 billion contract.
I saw.
It was like
that.
900
I meant to
and
put
some
that in my
million.
notes, but I was drunk and on vacation.
It's like, what the fuck is... Well, that was like a few weeks ago, but it's still like, what the fuck? Like, imagine making that, like, that much money. Like, that's like, fuck you. That's like, fuck me money.
Fuck
you know,
me money.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that is an absurd amount of wealth. I'm saying it. Some of these players are making too much money. I'm that guy.
I'm gonna say it.
I'm that guy now. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, gonna have to say it a few more times here. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander also got north of $200 million from the Thunder over 5 years. Stephen Curry 4 years over $200 million because he's signed his second Supermax contract.
Right.
The first player to do so.
Right.
Big money for Chef Curry. Kevin Durant 4-year extension with worth $197 million. He couldn't sign the Supermax because he hasn't been with the Nets 4+ years.
Right.
Jimmy Butler signed a 3-year extension on top of what he already has. Going to be a $45 million cap hit once that comes into play at the end of the contract he's currently on.
That's a big cap hit.
Big cap hit. I know you're a contract management guy. They also just signed they just signed Kyle Lowry to a big deal too in free agency.
It's really asset management that I'm more concerned with, but contract management is a sort of, part of asset management.
Yeah. And last one here, Julius Randle for the Knicks was rewarded for his breakout season with them. 4-year, $106 million contract from one Mr. James Dolan.
Mr. Jimmy D.
Mr. Jimmy D in a straight shot.
I hate that guy so much. So much I hate him.
He's a supervillain in Stone Sports Noir.
Yeah, he's a supervillain in New York sports too, man.
He's a supervillain in real life to some.
Jesus Christ, he's a goddamn lunatic.
Some say he's the only one that can stop James Dolan.
You have to clone James Dolan to assassinate James Dolan.
No, because he said Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But honestly, I kind of like that better.
Yeah, it's like that Arnold movie, The Sixth Day, except with James Dolan.
He's also got a band that they're actually awesome, and they're called the Wide Shot. Maybe the Backshot.
Yeah, the Backshot.
James Jolan and the Backshot.
That's the episode title.
James Jolan and the Backshot.
James Jolan and the Backshot. That's it right there. I mean, it's just not going to get better. It doesn't matter. If we do another hour, it doesn't matter. It's not getting better.
It's not going to get better than that.
It's just not. It just isn't.
Keep watching, but we're not going to get a better title.
No, we're not, for sure. That was really good work, Dubs.
Once again, suck my dick, Oscar Wilde.
He might, too.
He might. So, crazy old bastard.
Oh, we're still on basketball.
We are. That's enough for contracts, though. We're going to move to our last bit of basketball here, and that is Olympic basketball. Team USA, once again, gold medal, men's and women's. The women's team got their 7th straight, which I feel like when you watch old Olympic highlights, you see the USA team, and they, I know they still couldn't use NBA players back then, but they just looked bigger than everybody else.
Right.
And that's still the case now, but you get NBA, there's so many international players now that there's a few on every team, and it's not as
right, one-sided,
you know what I mean?
As it used to be. Yeah, for sure.
Noticeable at least.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my question. Is is it more indicative of how bad the rest of the world is, or how good USA
Well, I was
is,
just gonna say the women's team, that's how it looks for them still. They all look like they're 8 inches taller than every other chick, and just
just slamming on
pure
them.
domination. Yeah. Whereas the men's team runs into issues here and again, but they still seem to get the golds basically every time. They did here. Also, the Olympics made me think of last week. I hinted towards talking about a terrorist who won gold and then forgot to do it at the end of the show. We also ran long, so I kind of cut it out.
Right.
But yeah, the guy, he's a nurse for a group in Iran that has been designated as a terrorist group by Saudi Arabia, the U.S., and one other country. But he won gold in skeet shooting.
Oh, wow.
The irony.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Is it just me, or do the Olympics this year seem to be kind of a shit show?
They kind of seemed it to me.
Now, it could be the fact that maybe we're just not used to this social media heavy world where everyone can find out anything about anyone at any given point in time.
Well, they did seem sort of like a shit show from the start, when they had the beds were made out of cardboard. like way at the
Right.
start.
Right.
Like it just fucking.
And
It
then
seemed
there's
to
like the
that
Sha'Carri
kicked it off.
Richardson shit, and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem with that was that like
The Simone Biles shit.
you had like
Fucking terrorist wins gold.
you have like the Sha'Carri Richardson thing, and then like there was another athlete from somewhere, I can't remember. It might have even been the U.S. who like popped for like HGH on a test, and she just said like, "Oh, I just ate a burrito," and they let it go. But like you're gonna like, come down on Richardson that way. Like I don't know, just like a lot of it was like, what the fuck? This is like mad shady this year.
Mad shady this year. Somebody look into this.
Yeah, and maybe the Olympics have always been mad shady, and we're just now finding out about it.
Like
that's
Russia got
entirely
popped
possible.
for the doping shit. They don't even get to compete under the flag. They're just the ROC.
Yeah, like it's just like I don't know. Like maybe it's always been that way, and we just don't know. But what I know is this year it feels mad shady. I haven't even watched it because it's been so shady, dude. I'm just like, That's all I can muster. I can't even muster words. Just
every time
guttural sound.
Every time I saw the ROC thing for the Russian Olympic Council or committee, whatever it was, all I could think of was that they were representing Jay-Z. They were just Rock Nation.
Holy shit! Oh, that's so good. You crazy for this one, Jay?
You're crazy for this one.
Oh, that's really good.
But,
Fucking A.
Yeah, Olympics work pretty shady. I did see that a 40-year-old woman won gold for the U.S. in track.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
How do you stay in Olympic shape for that long?
Some people...
She's been competing in the Olympics since 2004.
I mean, some people are just like...
That's crazy.
Genetic freaks, man. Like, look at like Bo Jackson is another perfect example. Like that dude could shoot bows and arrows with his feet. Like, what the fuck is that, bro?
And he literally like his NFL career ended because he was such
I know, yeah. Yeah, they told him if he wasn't as
such
strong as he wouldn't have like dislocated his hip. Yeah,
just because he was such a genetic freak, like that's why his career ended.
I mean, my favorite Bo Jackson thing is not only the throw, because the throw is amazing. I like
when he slaps the
his
hands.
Yeah, it's so good. My favorite thing is like, he got injured, and then his like first at bat coming back from injury, he just clocks one out of the park.
Yeah.
Like that was when I was like, Bo Jackson is the fucking man. Like makes me get all teary-eyed and shit. That's why it's one of those reasons why baseball is just, one of the greatest sports ever.
And Bo Jackson's one of the best fucking athletes ever.
I love Bo Jackson, man. It's a national hero.
National treasure. Starring Bo Jackson as Nicolas Cage.
He's got to steal the Declaration of Independence.
He's got a shitty haircut.
But a really, really, really hot girlfriend. Because Diane Kruger is so hot.
Freddie?
No.
Marcus?
No. The leading lady in the picture is Diane Kruger. She was also in Inglourious Bastards. She played the woman that
who do you think she's married to?
Hans Landa choked to death. No, she's married to Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. That's like his lady.
Gotcha.
This has been your movie minute with Bertleby Macklin. So, any other basketball stuff, or do we want to move into the hockeys?
We can move into the hockeys, but do you want to take our little show break?
Fuck yes, I do.
Get so hyped every week. This week I got a hypothetical for you, Birdie.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you get bear with me here.
All right.
You get $1 million per year.
Okay.
You just get like a black card, works everywhere all the time. $1 million per year.
Okay.
But you're followed around by a 2.5 foot tall snail. His make contact with you. If he touches you, you're dead. You just instantly die, keel over dead.
And he's always
It
right
knows
there.
no. It knows where you are down to a half-mile radius. It can never be killed. It never stops moving. It goes across like the top of the ocean if you go across the ocean. If it touches a wall or a door, it just fucking breaks it. Like it just shatters and keeps going
It's like
through
Jason in the Friday the 13th game.
Basically.
And it's trying to kill me actively.
And like if it so it gets into like a half mile and it will be like it like can go up to somebody but like have you fucking seen this guy?
It's like the T-2000 in Terminator 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you seen this boy?
Are
you asking me, do I take the money?
Yeah, would you take the money? $1 million per year.
Can I drop out at any given year?
No. It's the rest of your commitment.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, because how am I going to enjoy that money, man?
I think I might be able to do it. And here's how.
Okay.
I think if you get houses spread out, like 1, 2, 3, like you do the math or whatever, how like the distance in between is spread out evenly, wherever that may be in the world. And you just, once it gets close, like you do the math or whatever, how long it takes. The first time you do it, it's going to be tricky. You know what I mean? Because it's going to, like, you got to get the timing down. It might get close. You might undershoot it.
I don't understand what you're saying. So you're just going to bounce from crib to crib all day long?
Not all day long, because I think it's going to take longer than, like, a day. Like, I think it will take a month or so for it to get there. Snails are slow.
Oh, you be truthing.
I mean, I assume it's faster than I guess it's me making a hypothetical. It's faster than a regular snail in my head, but...
Right, because my question is, like, couldn't you just get in a car and dip? Like, I could just get in a car and just dip out and be, like, 20 miles away from the fucker. Right, but the thing is,
if it gets you while you're not paying attention.
Oh, so I have to just... I'm confused by your hypothetical. So is this like a weeping angel from Doctor Who, where if I'm not looking at it, it's gonna move? Okay,
if you're not looking at it.
Yeah, like is it gonna be like one of the ghosts in Mario?
It goes all the time, but like if you're just like hanging out outside, maybe you got headphones in and you don't know what's coming. Maybe it just sneaks up behind you one day and you're fucking got you.
Honestly, I still think I'm good.
That's fine.
Because I don't want to be.
I just think I'd be able to get around to different places for them, like with the money that I get per year.
I think what I would do is let you take the money, and I'll just hang out with you every day.
Do a little security.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'll just hang out and like reap the rewards of your, shit.
All right, if you can reap the rewards, but you got to be my security. Then, if the snail shows up, like you got to be awake when I'm sleeping or some shit.
Well, I'm always awake when you're sleeping.
You got to set up like a bell system.
Yeah, we'll get a Ring alarm. We're not sponsored by Ring.
We talked about a couple weeks. We're not sponsored by Ring at all. Ring, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, come on, dude.
No, I talked about a couple weeks ago. It'll be like when the dead bodies get rigor mortis and they pull the bells.
Pull the bells?
Like
yeah.
It'll be when the snail comes into the house.
Yeah, I think I would have a more capable defense system than that, Dubs. I'd probably if you got $1 million a year,
that's on
like
the fly, and I have $1 million to spend.
Yeah, if you got $1 million a year, like we're gonna be buying like sentry guns, like remote activated sentry guns, like
we need shit. If you have enough shit that will alert you when it gets close enough.
Yeah,
like you're good.
Yeah, we're gonna have like the RoboCop alarms, just like caution, snail approaching. Yeah, we'll be fucking fine. We'll just pay off somebody in the CIA.
I'm not saying these are exact distances, but you get like a house in Miami, a house in fucking like Spain, and then a house in like Japan.
Yeah, Tokyo, New York, London. Where else could we go? That would be fun.
Zurich.
Sure. I'm in.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd do. I'd let you take the money, and I'll just hang out.
Okay,
and
fair
just
enough.
Be like the rich guy's friend, I'll be like Turtle. This little Reference for Meech there.
I just knew it was an Entourage reference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little reference for Meech there. All right, so you want to do some hockey?
Yeah, let's do some hockey.
Okay. Can you please explain to me what the fuck it actually means, this Florida deal with this Miami QB? Like, I don't understand what it actually is. It's a likeness
Basically,
deal of some kind, is what I've gathered.
so all right, so college like they had the thing signed, college athletes can make money off their likeness.
Right.
Whatever. So basically, De'Aaron King, Miami quarterback, signed like a sponsorship deal with the Florida Panthers where they can like use him for advertisements in the stadium and shit like that.
Okay.
And I
That's
think
what
they
I
have like,
assumed, but
and I
like,
also think they have like an appearance thing with him, like he's gonna show up to games and shit like that.
okay. I mean,
Yeah. Either way, it's just like the first college athlete to
right.
get
To get
like
the
a
deal.
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad that something has been done because, you know.
He also just came off a torn ACL, so good business sense off of him to be like, I'm hurt, gotta make should probably get some money.
I mean, it's also like then you take into, the political debate that people have been having forever about whether or not they should be allowed to make money. I personally believe they should be allowed to make money. Otherwise, it's
100%.
basically fucking indentured servitude.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous that they can't make money. So, I mean, that's, I guess, some progress. All right. So, let's talk about the Bruins and their acquisitions. I don't know if you saw this.
What are you accusing us of?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I actually think you made some decent moves today. Did you see what was done?
We signed our first round pick.
And you signed Olmark from the Sabres.
The goalie.
Yep, which is not a bad call because he finished the season with a .917 save percentage. Okay, that's not great, but you have to consider the context. He was on Buffalo, and he was hurt most of the season, well, some of the season, and Buffalo is garbage on defense, and he could still maintain above a 900. So to me, it's, that's a good, solid backup goalie at the very least. And then they signed Foligno, which I think is a good call for them. It's another forward. He's a left winger. Let's see, what were his stats?
Foligno?
Yeah.
He's had a decent year last year.
Yeah.
Nothing like what he did in Columbus when he was like an all-star and shit, but he's still like a very serviceable, could be second or third wing depending on what Smith does.
Yeah, I mean it's a good replacement, given, I mean it's a good depth signing to kind of replace some of the talent lost as of late. So I think that's great, a good move. Shesterkin signed a contract with the Rangers. The financial details have not been revealed. People are freaking out about it. I fucking honestly don't know why. You want to sign him now before he plays another full season and then can demand a shitload of money. Lock him up while you can get him cheap. And the guy's done nothing but win his entire career. So get fucked to the people who are naysayers.
Get fucked.
Like, really, seriously, like, just get fucked. Like, it's so stupid. Beyond that, there's not really any signings or anything like that. Yeah.
Did you hear about the Kaprizov thing with them Wild?
No, what happened?
So, he was a star for them last year. It was his first year in the league.
He was an absolute monster.
So, team in Russia, CSK Moscow, offered him a 1-year deal for $8 million.
Yep.
Minnesota Wild he did take it to get a new contract from the Wild, like to renegotiate.
Yeah, and see
because he had a monster year,
right? And
so he wanted more money, and he was like, "Oh, I'll take this deal from Russia, and then you have to pay me more." Minnesota has $19.5 million in the cap, and they're refusing to sign it or offer him. So he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out." But they don't have much time left.
Yeah, and this is kind of the problem when you have players who can play in the KHL, you gotta like get a deal done because some of those KHL teams like that team, and there's another one that's like their big rival. I can't think of the name of right now. They'll do that. They'll just pay that player a shitload of money for 1 year, and now you're in trouble. It's something I think teams are starting to get wise to and avoid, but apparently Minnesota just couldn't avoid. I wonder why they wouldn't sign him. I mean, it depends on how much he was asking for, I guess. Because if he's going in trying to get 9-10 million a year, nah, bro. Like, if I'm running the Wild, I'm not doing that either. Yeah, you had one good year. Do it again, and then we'll talk. You know what I mean? Like, that's bridge deal time for me, Hoss. Like, do it again, and then we'll fucking talk. Because you see plenty of players have one really great year, and then they sign some massive contract with a team, and they just put up a bunch of stinkers after that. So, yeah.
Bunch of stinkers.
Yeah, man. So I'm not going to hate the Wild for that move, but I could see it blowing up in their face. It's the Minnesota Wild. A lot has blown up in their face. Was it Parise that they signed that ridiculous contract?
Yes, Zach
Parise. What
Parise.
the fuck was that?
After
contract?
His New Jersey Devils.
Maybe that's what's happened here, dude. Maybe they've gotten PTSD.
Maybe they're just cold feet.
Yeah, they got PTSD from the Parise situation, so they're like, "Nah, bro, not doing this again." I'd be willing to bet that's it. That's where my money's lying. Yeah.
Speaking of PTSD, that video you sent me.
Oh my God, that shit is so fucking funny. Please, anyone out there listening, just YouTube search post-traumatic Down syndrome. It is so fucking funny. And it's not even the Down syndrome part that's so fucking funny. The funniest part is after he says it, when he's like, I mean, she ain't got Down syndrome. I'm high. I'm tripping. Like, he admits on international television that he's high. It's so fucking funny.
And it's like, you might think, just from what you said there, like, he might have just fucked up and like, oh no, I'm high. I'm like,
yeah,
not thinking right. No, the way he says he's like, I'm high as shit. I'm tripping.
Yeah, no, like, he's clearly
out of his fucking
and
skull.
Like, having been like stoned myself and misspoken like that before, like, that is exactly like, you catch it immediately.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So good. Please go look that up on YouTube. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any other signings that are really all that we're talking about. Samsonov signed a 1-year, $2 million contract with the Capitals.
Not the good Samsonov.
There is one other one. It was the Flyers. Carter Hart signed like a 3-year, $11 million deal. That's clearly some sort of bridge deal.
Charter fart.
Honestly, I don't know what the Flyers are doing, man. None of it makes any sense. The Sabres, it's clear what they're doing. They're trading away Ullmark. They don't have a goalie to replace him. They're just tanking. They're already tanking for the next season to get into the top 3 and get a top 3 pick in the next year's draft. Because next year's draft is supposed to be fucking loaded. So, Buffalo's clearly tanking. I do not understand what the Flyers are doing because they're not like outright tanking. They're just making these moves that are like, okay, you say there's logic behind this, but I don't see the lot. Like, it's a lame video. Again, that's all I'm going to say. We're going to move on from that. So you had something you wanted to talk about with Stanley Cup teams?
Yeah, so I thought I picked 8 because that's like the least we could do for a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But I took the last 8 franchises, not specific teams because some teams have won twice, but I took the last 8 franchises, most recent Stanley Cup, and I want to figure out which team is the best out of those 8.
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's talk it out. Who do we got on the list?
So I'm going to name all 8, and then we will
whittle it down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we've got the 21 Tampa Bay Lightning, obviously. 2019 St. Louis Blues, because Tampa is back-to-back Cup winners.
Right.
2018 Washington Capitals. 2017 Pittsburgh Penguins, 2015 Chicago Blackhawks, 2014 LA Kings, 2011 Boston Bruins, and the '08 Detroit Red Wings. Because LA's won twice, Chicago's won 3 times, Pittsburgh's won 3 times.
Right. So I'm gonna be
So,
honest with you. St. Louis and Washington are right out. Like they're out right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think St. Louis, when they won that cup, it was awesome to see.
Okay, so let me ask you based off that, what are your 2 top teams from that?
Okay, so Pittsburgh is up there. It's hard to me. It's hard to really decide between Tampa, Pittsburgh, and Chicago, because that Chicago team that won those 3 cups was ridiculous.
They had Taze, Kane, Duncan
Keith.
I have all the rosters pulled up. So
Dustin Byfuglien was on that team at one point. They Sod.
They did have Dustin Byfuglien.
They had Sod. But yeah,
Patrick Sharp,
Sharp.
Hosta.
Sharp. Yeah, like they were like ridiculous. But Pittsburgh was also really good, especially when they won the back-to-back cups. They were playing really, really well. I don't know if they were necessarily as legendary, though, as that Blackhawks team. Because that Blackhawks team, I think it was the 2016 Cup. Didn't they win like an absurd amount of games in the beginning of that season? It was like 20 some
I remember
games without
them.
losing.
Yeah, they had. I remember that streak. It was like 23 or 24 games.
Yeah, it was something absurd like that. Yeah,
they're still getting a point or some shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I mean, to me, that's the front runner. I think LA has to go too, because LA and that St. Louis team remind me a lot of each other. They did also a great run, but it was kind of right place, right time.
Special mention though to those Kings. Jonathan Quick played out of his fucking skull for both of those.
He did, and then proceeded to never do it again.
That's very true. Very, very true. But I had to give him a special shout out if we're gonna kick the Kings out early.
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, I think the Kings are better than a lot of the other teams in the list, but I think they were kind of especially in 2014, it was just kind of a perfect situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those things where it's like St. Louis. St. Louis, I don't think technically was the best team in that playoffs, but they just, 16 game players, that's what they say, wins the series. So it's hard to decide because all of them are champions. So to rank which champion is the best champion is already kind of like hard to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, to me, it's Chicago, man. To me, that Chicago roster was ridiculous, like day in and day out. It was just like, I remember when they won the third one, everybody was like, well, Chicago won again. No big surprise. Right. That says something. I can't give it to Tampa because they cheated this year. So, if they had been forced to make the moves they made in this offseason, last offseason, which they fucking should have been, they might not have been in that Stanley Cup. I
think we're going to have to knock the Red Wings out too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do as well. And I am I'm not going to say a Red Wings fan, but when I was a kid, they had some players that I really loved. Pavel Datsyuk.
In the team we have here, they have Datsyuk, Lidstrom. They had Chris Osgood and Dominic Hasek.
Yeah, Hasek.
Zetterberg.
Yeah, I'm trying. There's somebody else on that team too.
Cornwall.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, that's a great team too, but no, that's
they also had a rookie, Jimmy Howard.
Yeah, Jimmy Howard was good for a minute too, man. He was a good goalie for a minute. He always reminded me of Kiprusoff a little bit. In his prime. When Jimmy Howard was in his prime, he reminded me of Kiprusoff a little bit. Not Kiprusoff in his prime, because Kiprusoff in his prime is just...
It's not a bad call.
A legend. But yeah, to me, it's got to be Chicago. I'm curious what you think.
So I think the top 4 teams from that, in my personal opinion, I hate to say it. I think the Capitals are up there.
Really?
No, sorry. That was just the team I was looking at. The Penguins. Different team I hate.
Yeah.
The Penguins are up there. We knocked the Capitals out right off the bat.
Yeah. The Penguins have to be up there.
The Penguins are up there. I think the Bruins are up there, but I think they're third or fourth. The Blackhawks are up there. And Tampa maybe, but I think it's a 3-team race.
That's what I'm saying. It's a 3-team race. To me, it's like Boston, Pittsburgh, and Chicago. And people are going to rant and rave that we're not picking Tampa. But again, they got away with robbery this year. So, like, get fucked. Yeah, I agree with you. But between those 3 teams, which one do you think it is?
I think I have to go with Chicago. They were really good. We also played them with basically the same team, minus a couple people.
Right. Because I remember the year you won that 2011 Boston Cup. That was against the Canucks, right? The Sedin brothers Cup.
And then we played them in 2013 when we lost to the Blackhawks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that cup too. And yeah, Boston was really good that year.
Really fucking good. And we went into overtime. I think we played like...
So I'm pretty sure you played the Rangers in the conference final.
We did.
And you beat the Rangers. And
that was a really tough series. But when we played the Blackhawks, I think it was a 6-game series where the Blackhawks won. Mm-hmm. But we played like 9 or 10 games worth of game time.
Right. All the overtimes and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that Chicago team.
I think I would have to give it to them. Yeah, they were so fucking good.
Yeah, honestly, I think they're the best team of the last 10 years. Like, just hands down. Like, they were so fucking good, and they're paying the price for it now. You know?
Oh yeah,
they're paying the price for it now because they fucking just went out and got everyone they could, had a good run, and now they are like the dog days. But they've made some pretty good signings, so I think they're gonna bounce back. But, yeah, okay, so...
I might be high and paranoid, but I thought I heard somebody knock on my door like 5 minutes ago.
I definitely heard it, too.
That's horrifying.
I definitely heard it, too. You want to go check?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, just pretend like it didn't happen.
I'm really trying.
What's that line in The Matrix? Ignorance is bliss, dude. There you go. Come on. We'll just pretend like it didn't happen, man. It just didn't happen.
I'm gonna text you my address in case.
I already have your address.
All right, in case I die.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. This will be recorded. I'll be able to give it to the police. It'll just be, it'll have a timestamp and everything. Everything will be fine.
The evidence that get puts in a file and never gets solved.
No, I won't let that happen, man. I'll go full.
No, I'll go full Captain Morgan's bottle in front of me. I'll smash it and stab whoever.
I'll go full Michelle McNamara on whoever that person is, and we will find them eventually. I'll write a book. We'll find them. It'll be great.
You wouldn't live long enough to see that solved in that scenario.
Yeah, that's true. Rest in peace. But yeah, well, I'll still do my part. Is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll solve your murder. Don't worry. So football.
I hope it's the cat jumping off of something.
It's always the cat jumping off of something, bro.
Yeah, football.
Yeah, let's do some football.
Distract me.
Okay.
So I've got 5 this week. Not a whole lot going on, but 5 things to keep an eye on going forward. First off, star running back Saquon Barkley has returned to practice for the first time from a torn ACL. We will see if he can come back and be the dominant running back he was in both the run game and the pass catching department, or if the torn ACL is going to take any bit of a toll on him.
Yeah, that's a tough one to call. Torn ACL, there's just no way to know until the rubber meets the road, as they say.
For sure. Till we got rubber on road.
That knock on the door really threw you, bro. I can like hear it in your voice.
Dude, I can still fucking hear shit.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Uh, uh. Okay, what else? What other things do we need to watch out for, Dubs?
Bears rookie left tackle Tevin Jenkins, who both myself and Papa Dubs were high on before the draft, was slated to start for the Bears after trading away their original left tackle Charles Leno. The rookie has missed a lot of time during camp and may not be ready for the regular season. He'll be behind the curve regardless because of the amount of time he's missed. Despite the hype around Justin Fields, it may be worth to sit him and let Andy Dalton take the beating if there is one.
Right. Right. Why did he miss so much time?
Injuries.
Oof. Tough.
And now, like, because he's been missing so much time and
Yeah, I mean,
hasn't been performing well when he has been there because he's been missing time.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you got to learn how to gel like within a locker room and a system and all that stuff. So
Supposed to be a starting left tackle as a
yeah,
rookie.
exactly. Yeah, like that's tough, man. That's a tough situation.
Number 3, Odell Beckham Jr. has returned to the field, and what he looks like. Basically, that's going to be a question for Cleveland. There's been trade rumors there for a while now. Never really know what's going on with Odell. He's been hurt all over the place. Several teams are receiver needy. New England, San Francisco, Detroit. Could be a potential landing spot if he still has something left in the tank and if he wants out of Cleveland. But again, that matters like what shape he's in.
Right.
And how he performs when
Yeah.
now that he's back.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Number 4, CJ Henderson, first round pick number 9 last year for the Jaguars. He has been off the field all through camp for injuries. Then he got COVID, and now personal issues have kept him out of camp. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported that Urban Meyer and the Jaguars are fielding offers for the former number 1 round corner. Urban Meyer was not in Jacksonville at the time Henderson was drafted, and he selected a corner in the 2nd round this year, Tyson Campbell, who has been impressing coaches through camp, possibly making Henderson expendable. So we'll see how that situation progresses.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like that was on purpose.
Yeah,
You know, like very very direct move.
Urban Meyer's like, I didn't draft you, get the fuck out.
Yeah, right.
Last one here. Michael Thomas held off on surgery, which pissed off Sean Payton. Thomas then said the Saints are trying to damage his reputation. So it seems the situation is primed for the wideout to get out of New Orleans. But with the down year last year, off the field issues beginning to rear their head and a large contract still on the table, the question is what he is able to net them in a trade, if there is one, and if last year's down year was a fluke.
Right.
Yeah, I personally think he's going to get traded, but we shall see. That situation's been escalating more like today.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the kind of situation where a trade is fucking inevitable. So, like you said, we shall see. All right, well, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here, bro?
Yeah, I got one.
What's up?
Oh, yeah, last thing I wanted to talk about, I found this article while I was looking for shit today.
Mm-hmm.
The article just caught my eye. Man who sexually assaulted Tickle Me Elmo wants charges dropped.
What? Hold on. He sexually assaulted an inanimate object and got charged with it?
A Michigan man who sexually assaulted a Tickle Me Elbow during a home inspection wants his charges dropped. Kevin Van Leuven, 59, was charged earlier this month. On March 12th, Van Leuven was conducting a home inspection for a potential buyer. 2 hours later, the homeowner, Jada Dodson, checked out her home security cameras remotely to see how the inspection was going. Horrified to see him allegedly remove the Elmo doll from her child's bedroom and pulled his dick out and just stuck it in the Tickle Me Elmo.
What the fuck? I thought this was going to be like some dude was like in his own house with a Tickle Me Elmo doll for whatever fucked up weird reason, and he just started humping it and somebody caught him through the window and they charged him or some shit. But this dude went into someone else's house and stuck his dick in their stuffed animal. In their child's stuffed animal. That's fucked. Nah, you don't get charges dropped for that shit. Fuck you. If I'm the judge, you get hard time. That's
hard time is a
poor choice of words. Yeah, fair enough.
choice of words.
Regardless, that is so fucked up, man. And this brings me to a point. This is why I don't think I would ever put cameras in my home. I would put them outside my home. Yeah, I'd put them outside my house. Again, I don't have children and never plan on having children, so I understand why people do it if they have kids. But I would never put them inside my house. I put them on the outside of my house to like catch people stealing my shit. But like, I don't want to catch, like, what if you like go on a trip somewhere and you come back and you find some like crazy like ghost like exorcist kind of shit on your security camera? Like, what do you do with that? What do you do with that information? You can't do anything with it. You can't move out of the house immediately. Like, you got to sell the shit. Like, nah, dude, fuck that. Nah, dude, not doing that. I'm getting like PTSD from this.
But imagine just like you let this dude into a home inspection. You check the cameras. And he's just.
Why the tickle me Elmo? I don't even want to break down the psychology.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't even want to do that. Like,
that's not what this show's for.
Yeah, no, and I don't think I'll ever be able to come back once I get my answer.
We're just here to inform you what's happening.
Yeah, we're just reporting on the news of the world, dude. What you do with that information is up. This is starting to sound a lot like Citizen Kane. So let's get the fuck out of here. Thanks for listening to this episode. Hey, look, it wasn't an hour and a half. What did I say in the intro last week? I would say an hour and a half, and then it wouldn't be an hour and a half. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, regardless, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Follow us on all the socials. It's Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It's all Stone Sports Podcast. You know, like, comment, subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts, all that fucking shit. Say goodbye, Dubs.
I'm gonna clear my fucking house up. Peace.
Later.